Okay, everybody. I am back once again this afternoon. Please forgive my phone. It's going to be ringing. I'm waiting for a lot of people to come through. But the latest now is that John Paul Miller has turned himself in about 3 hours ago from his attorney's office. Allegedly, it has not been totally confirmed, but this is what I'm hearing. 3 hours ago, John Paul Miller has turned himself in. That is the latest. Now, did he turn himself into the feds? He had to have. That's who was investigating him. And if you remember 2 weeks ago, he had said they were going through a life-changing, life or death kind of thing that was going on. And that he, asked for prayer and for fasting and whatnot. I also heard, once again alleged, that Trisha Ross, who we all know and absolutely love, was writing goodbye letters last week to her family. So they were preparing. Sounds like why would she be writing goodbye letters? I don't know what that's all about. I don't even know if that's true. But allegedly, for everybody that's coming in and needs to, some kind of recap, allegedly, John Paul Miller, from his attorney's office 3 hours ago, has turned himself in. And so that's where we are right now. Hold on one second, guys. I'm running my house as I'm talking to you. Okay. Done. All right, wonderful. So anyway, I will keep you posted. We're all kind of keeping our ear to the ground, watching what's going on. But you know what? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Yeshua, for this wonderful. I mean, you couldn't make a better holiday for all of us. Exactly, Constance. This is a wonderful Thanksgiving gift. I'm sure that this is not what they had expected, they being the JP Miller camp, that this was all going to be happening in this way. But you know what? He would have to be Morgan. That's who he was under investigation with. So, yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody in Mica's army. Sometimes things just have to be done a certain way, and just because it's not done our way doesn't mean it's not going to be done. Okay, so, he must have had to have turned himself in. It's better to do that than for them to come looking for you, because that can be an ugly scene for him. So it was nice and neat and clean. He did it through his attorney, allegedly. And, that's just, if you're going to do it, that's the way to do it. So I am sure that national news will be picking this up soon. Keep your eye out for it. Local probably first, and then it'll go out to national. If you remember, the likes of Nancy Grace and, Newsmax and the rest all were covering this at one point. So they're probably going to be reporting on this soon. And then that'll be our confirmation. And then we will keep an eye out on what's happening. And I will absolutely keep you posted. But once again, let me just reiterate for everybody that is coming in. Allegedly, John Paul Miller has turned himself in about 3 hours ago directly from his attorney's office. And allegedly, Trisha Ross last week had wrote goodbye letters to her family. Why she was doing that, I have no idea if it's even true, but this is what I've heard in the last hour. Trying to get confirmation, not very easy to do. But that's okay. It seems like it is absolutely, I'd say about maybe 95% true. Okay, let's put it that way. So, keep praying, everybody. God's hearing our prayers. God's moving. God gets his way no matter what people want or desire. He gets the last word. And I believe that the best case scenario is what's going to happen in regards to justice for Mica and justice for Chris and any other victims that are out there. So, yes, happy Thanksgiving to the Skinner family. Happy Thanksgiving to the Francis family. I think that's a little early right now. But there are people that are looking into it. The source that told us about this was a good source. I don't want to give it away, but they are definitely close, very close to this, the scene. I'm not talking about guru or anything like that. I'm talking about people who are involved. So it's definitely people that can be trusted. So, like I said, and I'm saying allegedly because we haven't gotten a total 100% confirmation, but I promised you guys that if I heard anything, I would come on and let you know. And so, again, the word out, and I'm just going to say it one more time, and then I'm going to go, and I will be back if there's any more news. Keep your eyes peeled on the local and the national news, but allegedly John Paul Miller has turned himself in about 3 hours ago directly from his attorney's office, and Tricia Ross wrote out goodbye letters to her family last week. And that's where we are right now. So thank you, everybody, for joining me so quickly. Please keep your eye out for any updates from me. And like I said, keep your eye out on the local news for Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and for national. All righty. I know, screaming, crying, Constance. I know, hon. I know. Praise God. Just praise God. Everybody praise God. Stay in prayer. Justice is coming. I told you it was going to come in like a flood. And that's not just for these people. It's going to come in like a flood for everyone. He was under federal investigation, so it just stands to reason that it would be federal charges. I don't know what the charges are. Initially, what did the raid last year was, if I remember correctly, domestic violence over state lines, but we all know better than that. It has definitely grown into a lot more since November of 24. So, yes, praise God, praise Yeshua and his holy, most powerful, matchless name. Thank you guys for joining me. I promise to keep you updated. As I get updated, you'll get updated. Anything that I learn, I will let you guys know. Keep your eyes on the channel. Stay in prayer, Psalm 91, Lord's Prayer in the name of Yeshua. And I will see you soon. All righty. Thank you for joining me. God bless. Stay safe until I see you again.